Hello gamers, we're back! Part 3 of the Tsukihime A Piece of Blue Glass Boot playthrough, let's play livestream thingy. This will be uploaded to YouTube, that's why I'm doing this intro. So hello, welcome back. I'm gonna keep it real short this time because if you're watching part 3, I'm gonna assume you watched the first 2 parts. Don't really have to explain everything, but yeah, gonna be playing the game, gonna be trying to do everything. Some people said, will I do bad endings? Probably. I will try to 100%, so yeah. In no particular order though, because I'm not using any guides or anything. I choose to do it blind, so we'll just use the flowchart if needed to reach everything, hopefully, reasonably. Also, a lot of pausing will happen, because I'm still streaming this. I'm gonna yap about random stuff. I'm gonna talk to my chat. I'm gonna voice chat or voice over all the lines that are not voice acted, and for all the voice acted lines, I will let them play to completion. And that's about it for disclaimers. But yeah, part 3 is a go. We're just gonna continue right where we left off. Yes, indeed. Okay. Is it an announcement for the Hathaway Flash movie? What announcement? I'm not sure. Depends. So yeah, we're having dinner. This is still day 1, I believe. It's been a very hectic day, but yeah. Today we should surely finish day 1. I assume after dinner he's just gonna go to bed and that's it. But it's been we're part 3 now and it's still day 1 in the game. But, you know, again, we had a prologue and flashbacks and all kinds of exposition in it. So it's probably one of the longer days in the game if I had to guess. Clueless. Anyway, I dine with Akiha. We met the sister last time. The little sister who's the head of the family now. And the maids. Both Kohaku and Hisui are completely devoted to serving the two of us. Servants aren't allowed to dine at the same table as their masters. Insert your fate jokes right here because of the terminology used. Seiba will be sad. There's one joke for you. Goes without saying, but having grown up with the Arimas, this setup makes me uncomfortable. I've also completely forgotten about table manners. Humans have evolved the ability to remove useless pieces of information from their minds, which means any memories I had of table etiquette are long gone. Every movement I make elicits a raised eyebrow from Akiha. It's nerve-wracking, but it does spice up our mealtime. To be honest, the idea that I'll be doing this every day from now on is disheartening. Yeah, you know what? I agree with my man. I don't have table etiquette either. Like, fine dining and all that is way past me. Like, I just want to eat. I'm gonna grab my knife and my fork and I'm just gonna stuff my gob and that's it. If you have a problem with that, talk to my lawyer. And for everything else, there's MasterCard. Dinner ends in silence. I was so desperate to remember my table manners, I wasn't even able to come up with any small talk. Akiha seemed displeased the entire time. Hisui and Kohaku have just finished taking away our plates when the reckoning comes. What's gonna happen? Hey Vera, see how you do it?
やはり徹底的な再教育が必要なようですね。
He needs a re-education, Roro. She says plainly. The cold, cruel comment reverberates around the dining room.
誰にどのような
兄さんにふさわしい心構えをです。
I knew it. So that's what she was thinking about while raising her eyebrows at me.
その具体的には
まずは生活習慣の改善。夜間の外出は当然禁止です。門限は8時とします。
Wow.
どのような理由であれ、外出の時は私か琥珀、翡翠の許可を取るように。
It's pretty strict, man. An 8 p.m. curfew? How old does she think I am? More importantly, I need permission just to leave?
待て待て、それは
休日の学習スケジュールはこちらで立てておきます。報告によると、兄さんの成績は中の中だそうですね。
Wow. Ouch. Is spicy?
まったく。相変わらず効率よく手を抜くのだけは得意なようで。
とんでもない。俺はいつだって全力だ。
ですが、 この屋敷にいる間は本気を出していただきますから、そのつもりで。兄さんはやればできる人なんですから、お体のことを考慮しても学年3位以内は当然でしょ。
Wow. My sister is painfully overestimating me, and it's scary how much she knows about my grades.
他の習い事はもう少し落ち着いてからにしましょうか。それでは兄さん、本題のあれを出してください。
Hey yo?
はい。
What does she mean by it?
あれといえばあれです。あるでしょう。兄さんのズボンにも若者の象徴の
They're
ような
actually doing
汚
this
らわし
joke?
いあれが。
They're going this deep with the joke? Nasu, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? So what is it? Cigarettes or something in his pocket? I don't fucking know.
それを隠さずに出しなさいと言っているのです。
いや、ますますわからない。
Smartphone? But that kind of doesn't fit that description, but I don't know.
これが上流階級のすることか。一般市民を何だと思ってるんだ、お前は。
ですから、携帯端末を出してください。
Dude, that's fucked up. You don't word it like that. Nah, dude, nah. That was. I know it's for the bit, the joke, but nah, dude. If you're talking about a phone, there is no way you will make it sound like that. That is messed up. Nasu, delete yourself. Nah.
兄さんだって持っているんでしょ。
Nah, 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 nah.
なるほど。
I take out my phone from my back pocket. As soon as I place it on the table, Hisui wordlessly takes the phone and gives it to her.
これは没収します。当家ではこの手の電子機器は禁止です。
Damn.
健全な学生には
We
不
were
要
just
なもので
celebrating
す。
last time that he has some kind of reception so he can still log into his mobile games, his gacha games if you will, but now he can't even do that. He has no phone. What the hell?
電話ならロビーの備え付けのものを使うように。調べ物がしたいのでしたら。
She's not talking about the gacha streaks though. What about them? What about his accounts? She cuts out our one-sided conversation short and leaves the dining room.
Miss Flo, my wife, on the screen, Miss Detour.
Fair enough. Kush, thank you for the 5 months. Sitter, welcome back to the Go Gang. Yeah? Thank you so much, bad. Woohoo! Would you not reveal your skin? That's what you call it? What the fuck? No. What are you talking about, bro? I find myself stunned into silence for the nth time today. I was never super attached to my phone. Yeah, you say that. I know you're a goon, bro. I mostly used it for texting and to check the news when I had some free time. Though, like most people, I consider it a basic necessity. It's another reminder of how strict the Tono household really is. I mean, banning phones in this day and age. Yeah, that's messed up, bro. This is not like ancient times anymore. Okay, I guess dinner is over. Day 1 ends, Pagu, maybe? Are we reaching day 2? Ayo. I return to my room now that dinner is finished. It's just past 9:30 p.m. I spent about 2 hours in the dining room in the end. 2 hours? What did they do? It's like a fucking 3-course meal or something?
お帰りなさいませ、四季様。ご指示はありませんでしたが、就寝の支度をさせていただきました。
Hisui greets me as soon as I enter my bedroom. You see my bed waiting for me, neatly made. She was a step ahead of me, it seems.
ありがとう。
寝巻きはそちらのものをお使いください。着ていらしたお洋服はそちらのカゴに入れ、廊下に出しておいてくだされば助かります。
A wicker basket is placed at the foot of the bed. I assume if I put my dirty clothes in here and place it in the hallway, then she will clean them for me. This is starting to feel even more like some upscale hotel.
何かご質問はございますか？
Yeah, that's how I do it, man. Yeah. Assuming the food was ready when they arrived to the dining hall. She stands there as still as a statue. I have plenty of questions, but it dawns on me that I know very little about her or Kohaku.
あまり関係ない話なんだけど、いいかい？
はい、何でしょう？
翡翠と琥珀さんがここでどんな仕事をしてるのか知りたいんだけど、どうかな？
私が四季様付きで、姉の琥珀は秋葉お嬢様のお世話をさせていただいております。
Convenient.
お二人が留守の間は屋敷の管理を任されていますが、それが何か？
Which is the better twin? I mean, I've barely seen much of them at all, so this is not a conclusive opinion, but probably Kohaku, because she's less of a kudere. So, does that come as a surprise? You probably should have expected that answer to begin with.
お世話って、やっぱりそういうことか。
My shoulders feel heavy. Akiha explained everything like it went without saying, but I'm just a normal high school student. Classic. I don't have much interest in being waited on hand and foot by a girl my own age.
四季様付きってことは、俺専用の使用人ってこと？
はい、何なりと申し付けてください。
She bows deeply. My chest tightens with guilt.
わかった。秋葉のあの言いぶりじゃ、俺を一人にはしないだろうし、そもそも俺の気持ちの問題で君を解雇させるのは良くはないと思う。ありがたくお世話になるけど。
何か特別なご要望でもあるのですか？
そんな大それたことじゃなくて、その四季様っていうのはちょっと。
四季様。
俺はそんな柄じゃないし、正直に白状すると分不相応すぎて首根っこをつかまれた気分になる。
ですが、四季様は私の主人です。
そうは言うけど、俺は今日まで普通に生きてきた身なんだ。帰ってきただけなのに、同い年ぐらいの子に様付けで呼ばれる生活とかちょっと難しい。
She seems nonplussed.
俺のことは遠野さんとか四季さんでいいよ。堅苦しいのはなしにしたいんだ。こっちも君を翡翠さんって呼ぶからさ。
Though otherwise expressionless, she lowers her eyebrows and bites her lip. Man, I wanted to make things easier for her, but it looks like it may have had the opposite effect.
ですが、あなたは私の雇い主ですから。
俺が雇ってるわけじゃないだろ。
失礼ながら、それは同じことです、四季様。私どもは遠野家に仕える者。ご当主様もご親族の方も、共に尊ぶべき主であることに変わりはありません。ですので、どうか私のことは翡翠とだけお呼びください。お仕えする方に継承で呼ばれる使用人の心境を察していただければ幸いです。
Oh. Hard to argue against that. Her answer really does fit that of a manor servant.
俺にできないことをやってくれるんだから、ありがたがるのはこっちなんだけど。
Arguing would only serve to trouble her further. I'll refrain from voicing my own opinions on the matter for now.
呼び方、翡翠でいいんだね。
はい。何としてもそのように。
Her please was has a bit of a punch to it.
わかった。じゃあそのように。でも、俺に対してあんまり堅苦しいのはなしにしてほしい。お姉さんの琥珀さんにもそう伝えてくれるとありがたい。
Hey, Spiral.
はい。四季様がそうおっしゃるのなら。
XD. She lowers her head gracefully. Alright, looks like we got a long ways to go until we can talk casually. Oh, is it time? Day 1 ending? She leaves the room after bowing. Oh. The moment I'm alone, a wave of exhaustion crashes over me. A lot happened today. My body is crying out for some much-needed rest. I hope they improve on her in Rengar. I was not a fan of her OG. You hate Kuderes as well? Wow, I'm surprised I'm not the only one that dislikes the archetype. Like, I don't... Like, the thing is, I don't necessarily hate it, but I just... It's always at the bottom of my rankings because it's so boring. You know? There's so little payoff with Kuderes. That's my problem. Like, the characters... there's still some Kudere characters that I do enjoy, but for probably different reasons than their, you know, personality. So, yeah. I turn out the light and lie on the bed. I can tell I'll sleep like a rock. I try to fight against this sleep creeping in. Why? Just sleep, bro. I'm somehow able to keep my eyes open, but it's a losing battle. No matter how hard I fight, I fall deeper. Why doesn't he want to sleep? They're only good when they stop being Kudere. Yeah, that's usually when they actually do get a little bit of payoff moments. Which doesn't happen to those personality archetypes a lot. That's just how the human body is built. Oh, dude. Is this an Evangelion reference? I stare at the ceiling, still in the space between consciousness and sleep. I like that they also made an actual background CG for the ceiling. Immersion. Back after 7 years, seeing family again. It still feels like someone else's house.
でも帰ってきたんだろう、お前。
I say, trying to accept everything. My consciousness slips away as I sink into a deep slumber. A mansion on a high hill, far away from the bustling of the town. Like an island surrounded by a sea of trees. Sea of trees, he says, Monka. FGO reference XD. I come to the conclusion the instant my eyes close. It's like a prison. I think we made it to day 2, unless there's a dream, or something else happens. Wakey wakey. Nope. Dude, this looks scary. What day? It's so dark, you can barely see anything. Never mind. I awake suddenly. Nobody woke me, nor did I hear a sound. It just happened, seemingly for no reason. So quiet, dude. I wonder how long it's been since I woke up in the middle of the night. I get up, feeling like I've forgotten something. A shiver of unease creeps over me as I exit my room. I start down the hallway in search of a glass of water to slake my thirst. The long moonlit hallway lies before me. The night is totally silent. This all feels so familiar. I must have done exactly this when I was younger. I find myself wandering to the stairs aimlessly, yet not. So echoey. There, a hidden section of the mansion. The stairs connect not only the first and second floors, but also to an attic, by way of a secret passage. It seems even the people living here have long forgotten this place. The room once used for storage shows no trace of anyone having used it in years. Despite being midway through October, it's unseasonably cold tonight. I rummage through the room, hoping to find a blanket. An old cabinet catches my eye. I open each drawer. I find some odds and ends, but little of note. There's nothing worthwhile in the drawers. Even the giant chest I open has only a few scattered stones inside. A badge, a few trinkets, a pair of binoculars, all things a child might collect. Among them, a single thing stands out, different from everything else. It's cocaine! Oh, stained bandages sealed in a clear plastic case. Are those Lego bricks? Hey yo, lawsuit incoming? They're rolled up neatly but so old that they could never be used. There's nothing here. But if this was a survival horror game, you should pick those up to bandage yourself. Although I guess they can't be used, but it's a video game, so you can somehow. I shut the drawer and start back to my room. Hey yo. Is that him? No, that was someone else. Whoa. Is that a tear? The hell was that? Sweat? Probably a tear. Upon exiting the room, I realized my cheeks are wet. Oh, it was him? Maybe? I wonder. Could I have used this place when I was a child? Whoa. Hidden memories. Surely that will never be relevant again, clueless. Chekhov's attic and all that. Oh, I think we're making it to day 2. It's asking me if I want to save. Hell yeah, brother man. That was not a choice anyway, so let's overwrite. Woohoo! Yo, 2! We made it to day 2! Hooray! Wow. There you go. Day 2! A day that was not. Would have been cool to start here, but you know, well, I have to respect my schedule. But hey, at least on YouTube, even if the start of the video is not always like a quote-unquote checkpoint, you won't miss out on anything. Everything will still be archived nicely. Anyway, day 2. You realized one day that you don't dream. All you see is your past set on repeat. A tapestry of introspection and rumination. A refrain of what has happened and what will happen through the lens of a lucid dream. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it too, Viking. Whoa. You do not dream. I am not here. Tonoshiki has never known what it means to dream. I do not know you. And so, this story is over. Yet you still continue to dream, unwilling to forget. Like the stars twinkling atop the falling snow. Like the sea roaring amongst the crashing of waves. Like the crumbling moon craving your shadow. Refrain, 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 refrain. Ominous. Flashbang. Oh, the
おはよう
lines.
ございます。
Where's the glasses? I hear an unfamiliar voice. My consciousness slowly returns.
朝です。お目覚めの時間です。四季様。
I thought I told her I didn't want her calling me master. It makes me super uncomfortable. I open my eyes, grab my glasses from the bedside and put them on. That's better. The lines fade instantly. I sit up, trying to shake away the remnants of sleep. Where am I?
おはようございます。四季様。
The maid bows.
あ、そうか。遠野の家に戻ってき
I
た
don't
ん
know
だ
why
っけ
the line is just so... it seems like it's going to be a recurring thing. It's like the maid bows, and then we have the priest smiles. It's a very similar feeling with that sentence, right? Anyone else? The maid bows. The priest smiles. Insert other examples, but yeah. Very nasu.
はい。昨日はお疲れだったと存じます。
Hisui stands by the door to my bedroom, her posture perfect like a statue. My mind is still a bit foggy, likely from sleeping in a new place.
四季様。
She calls out to me. I shake my head to wake myself up. SMH.
おはよう翡翠。わざわざ起こしてくれてありがとう。
そのようなお言葉
The
は不要
music
で
is
す。
kind of peaceful and nice.
四季様をお起こしするのが私の役割ですから。
Shrimmer mold? I would never. I am the most calm gamer of all time who only ever beats everything in one, attempt. No reason to mold. Easy. She answers flatly. It's too bad, I think. She would be unstoppable if she had just half the brightness of her sister. Not that I have any right to judge someone's character. You can! She's a kudere, you can judge that, it's fair game.
何
I'm
かご
joking.
用でしょうか。
Mostly. She speaks up, perhaps aware of my gaze.
いや、なんでもない。翡翠の顔を見て、ここが遠野の屋敷なんだって実感しただけだよ。
I get out of bed and take a deep breath. The clock says it's a little before 7 a.m. It's a bit earlier than when I usually wake up.
着替えてから下に行く。今じゃなくて食堂に行けばいいのか。
はい。食堂においでください。朝食の支度ができていますので。
わかった。ありがとう。
Any bacon and eggs? She bows and leaves the room. I venture down to the first floor lobby. I've already changed my underclothes and put on my uniform. The dining room is just inside the west wing, mirroring the location of the parlor in the east wing. It's the large room to the left of the hall, on the opposite side of the stairs.
おはようございます四季さん。
Oh, there's the other one again.
早速朝食をご用意しますね。
Kohaku had been waiting for me, it seems. Hisui must have told her last night that being called master makes me uncomfortable. Seems she's a little more flexible when it comes to that sort of thing. They really are about as different as two people can be. Except their looks. Kohaku quickly sets the table. Prepared for me is a full traditional Japanese meal. A 1 soup 3 sides set with rice. Except...
しまった。昨日のうちに言っておくべきだっ
Is
た。
something missing? Can he not eat something? What?
もしかして苦手なものが入っていました？
Time for the first potential thumbnail shot of the video. Give me a second here. This looks like a nice potential thumbnail shot. Always gotta capitalize. There we go.
四季さん、株はお嫌いですか？
Succulent Japanese meal, true. Oh, is that the problem?
いえ、好き嫌いはあまりない方だと自負してます
Maybe
けど。
something is missing.
なんていうか。
Like the bacon and eggs? Hell yeah. There's a little too much. Oh, that's the problem, really? Well, I shouldn't judge him because I don't eat breakfast myself, so, fair, I guess. I've always been a light eater, especially when it comes to breakfast. The more I eat, the worse my heartburn gets, until my appetite is totally gone. I feel pretty good today, so I could probably eat a full bowl of rice. But on bad days, I'll only manage a bite or two.
そうですか。朝食だとは伺っておりましたので、これでも控えめにしてみたのですけど、ダメですか？
すみません。事故の後遺症のようなもので、こればかりはどうしようもないというか。でもすごく美味しそうなのはわかります。この
I quickly blurt out my honest impression. I don't want to seem ungrateful after she cooked a wonderful meal for me. None of this is her fault. You know what? This shot looks better. You know how many screenshots I took in the last part? I actually counted them. After when I was choosing my
とに
thumbnail.
かく
Take a
いただき
guess.
ます。残してしまったらごめんなさい。
いえ、お気になさらず。
私もこの道のプロですもの。四季さんの適量を測らせていただきますから。
No meme numbers.
ではどうぞ召し上がれ。お口に合わないようでしたら遠慮なく言ってくださいましね。
The right answer was 5. Less than I thought, but yeah, it was 5.
ごちそうさまでした。大変美味しかったです。
I bring my hands together and express my thanks. Kohaku's breakfast was a feast for the eyes as well as the stomach. It was delicately seasoned with none of the flavors overpowering one another, each bite served to only whet my appetite more. I'm sure most high school guys would have helped themselves to seconds or thirds.
けどすみません。せっかく用意してくれたのに残してしまって。
いいんです。先にお話を聞いておかなかった私の失敗ですから。それに十分嬉しゅうございます。四季さん、本当に美味しそうに召し上がってくれるんですもの。この日のために腕を磨いていた甲斐があったというものです。
She smiles sweetly. I think she's got things wrong. The joy's all mine getting to see a smile like that.
と、いけません。もうこんな時間です。どうぞ私にお構いなく今の方に行ってくださいな。あちらで食後のお茶を用意いたしますから。
Tea.
あまり四季さんを独占していますと後が恐ろしゅうございますし。
She giggles as she continues tidying up. It's already 7:20 a.m., so I should start getting ready to go to school. I thank her one last time and leave the room. Oh. Oh, the safe. What? Oh my. Hisui and Akiha are already in the parlor when I arrive. Akiha is wearing the uniform for Asagami Girls' Academy, a prestigious school for young ladies. Oh my. Girls' school, huh?
よう、おはよう、アキハ。
おはようございます、兄さん。
She looks... Fuck, I don't know what the character is called. Is it Saekano? She looks like one girl from that right now with this look especially. It's some girl that has a headband as well, I think. It's some rom-com thingy.
今朝は起床時間が遅かったようですが、
Maybe that's what it is, Golden
よ
You?
しとしましょう。初日につきよく寝つけなかったということにしておきます。
Snippy is the first word that comes to mind. It's probably not a good idea to tell her that I actually woke up earlier than usual this morning.
すい、兄さんに食後の紅茶を。
Well, there it is. Look at that chat. Wow. Pretty modest, but clean look, clean. Yeah, post it next to your monitor, you would know. Yeah, I guess that would do it.
私ももう一杯いただきます。
かしこまりました。四季様、お砂糖はお入れしますか？
ああ、うん。じゃあ一つだけ。
Thus begins an inexplicable morning. Hisui places a cup on the table and returns to her position by the wall. I take a sip of the ruby-colored tea and... Hold on. What is this?
めちゃくちゃうまい。
Well,
苦いのに甘い。複雑なのに喉越しがすっきりしていて、そもそも香りがこうクリスマスっぽい。
smells like Christmas. Flabbergasted, I ramble on nonsensically. Is she smiling? Oh, what the hell? I didn't care much for the lavishness of the mansion I saw yesterday, but this tea is something else entirely.
今朝はマリアージュのエスプリドノエルですね。
Smug?
紅茶の名店といえばイギリスですが、こちらはフランスの名店です。 創業そのものは
French tea.
1850年頃、日本に上陸したのはつい最近。15年ほど前だからメジャーではないものの、品質に問題はありません。クリスマスという表現は曖昧すぎて評価しづらいですけど、
She's like him
不
for
思議と
real,
ニ
for
ュアン
real.
スは伝わりますね。
She laughed, seemingly having found my reaction amusing. Good luck, Coltan. Hello.
お値段もお手頃だそうですし、庶民派な兄さんに合わせてみた甲斐がありました。
Darjeeling tea is the best. I agree because it shares the name with the best girl of girls in Panzer. My queen. I kneel. She looks down on me as if I'm the Neanderthal to her sophisticated queen. Even the way she returns her cup to its saucer is refined. I hate to admit it, but she's right. So this is what real tea tastes like. What have I been drinking up until now? I finally understand why all those trading companies sprouted up just to get their hands on this stuff. 10 minutes have passed since I came to the parlor. Akiha and I spent most of the time enjoying our tea. Few words were spoken. Every time our eyes met, we both turned our gazes back to our cups. Honestly, I've never felt more awkward. But even so, it wasn't a bad way to spend time. Having abandoned her for so long, seeing Akiha able to pass time peacefully like this fills me with an emotion I can't quite explain. But they're just having a usual, finish moment. You meet up with someone who's gonna sip some drinks, you're not gonna talk much. You're gonna avoid eye contact. Classic. Relief, is that what this is? Regardless, it makes me happy to see her here in front of me. Just as I'm enjoying things, a strange noise comes from the hall. The hell is this? Who? What? Uh-oh.
乱暴最後に乱心。スタンピードに地獄行き。
Hmm? The sound of someone's horrendously off-tempo humming creeps through the wall.
Hi, good morning.
Oh my. I mean... Sheesh. I want to say this is a thumbnail shot, but... not sure if I can use it, but... gonna take it anyway. Who? Another Fang, by the way. What the hell? The thing that slams open the door is decked out in an outfit that's just as outrageous as her entrance. Wow. It's panning, dude. It's panning. What? I guess the VA I'm gonna try it. She's got us shouting at this point. Whoa! Whoa! Do we have striped dye? Oh my. Okay, you know what? Maybe we found the best girl. A top that doesn't leave much to the imagination and a tight leather skirt. Yo, what is this music as well? It's crazy. Her long hair is crudely bound together. She doesn't seem to be wearing makeup, but her lips are strangely captivating. Her reddish blonde hair, combined with the fact that she's taller than me, tells me she's not Nihonjin. I glance at her unmistakable curves. She does have a great figure. She gives off the impression of a woman, the kind of a person that would be more suited to lounging on the beach somewhere instead of standing here in this old mansion. At least she would if it weren't for her white dude, I'm so stunned I can't read, bro. Fucking hell, bro. I'm stunned. I'm mad. If it weren't for her white coat, which strangely suits her.
おはようございます、アラク先生。
A doctor, huh?
今日は何のご用でしょう。定期診断は昨日のはずでしたが。
So it's Akiha's personal doctor, I guess?
昨日はちょっと乗り気になれなくて
Okay, I'm gonna try and listen to some of the voice lines. Oh my god, this pride though, Jesus.
夕日を見てたらムラっときちゃって調査ほっぽり出して街に飛び出したのよ。まあ率直に言えばサボりなんで今日こそきちんとお仕事したくて朝からやってきたわけ。あ、メイドちゃん、私にも紅茶プリーズ。砂糖は4さじないし5さじ、気分的には6さじみたいな。
The woman in the white coat barges into the parlor. Her eyes naturally meet with mine.
あれあれれあれれれれ
It is a familiar sounding voice, yeah.
お
The hell are these sounds she's making? She stares at me. After scanning me for some time, I catch the woman smirking at me when... Oh, thumbnail shot. That's a good one. That's 4 already, that's crazy. Well then.
すごいデッドマストで A 点出まくりツボだわマクベスカッツーのこの屋敷もう殺すとか殺されるとか悲劇に突っ走る気満々じゃない
She speaks so loud and high pitch, I can't tell the beat. I need her to talk normally. The woman is doubled over, howling with laughter. All I could do is frown. Who is this person? Akiha called her doctor, but...
アラク先生
Arach.
兄さんに紹介をしてもよろしいでしょうか
Yeah, can you do it while you like, you know, while talking normally? Akiha coughs and chides the woman, seeing my predicament.
紹介って私のこと？それともしきちゃん？いいわよ、そんな無駄なこと。
Fuck, I don't know, it's so familiar, but I can't think of anyone.
しきちゃんのことなら、脇久くんから聞いてるし。しきちゃんだって、私みたいなよそ者の事情なんて興味ないでしょ？つうか、そんな解消があるなら、トウシちゃんに向けてあげろって話。
From Makihisa? Then this woman knew my father?
そうそう、私はもともと気ままなデラシネ、風に漂う砂しの雲みたいな女だったんだけど、牧久くんとはちょっと縁があって。
Yeah, her eyes are kinda... She's got a little bit of those crazy eyes. Not much, but a little bit of crazy eyes going on.
行くところがないならうちで一緒に暮らさないかとか、クールに口説かれちゃったわけ。でも残念、牧久くんはちょっとタイプじゃないんで、あっさり断って今はトウシちゃんのお友達
What the hell?
なのかしら。
Am I on autoplay? Is this autoplay? No. I think it was just the voice lines. I look over to Akiha to confirm if what I've just been told is true. I don't have the courage to talk to this woman directly.
アラク先生はお父様の大学時代の後輩です。
Wait, how old is she then? Wait, what? Huh?
今は父の友人として私の相談役になってもらっています。私その呼び方嫌い。はかせ。私のことは親しみと愛情を込めてアラク博士って呼んでくれなきゃ博士泣いちゃう。
Will be pretty old. Classic. Arach laughs, not looking even the least bit sad. Except, even mid-laughter, I notice that her eyes have never left me since she entered the room, like we're connected by a thread. I see.
どうぞ、アラク様。お茶が入りました。
Anyway, I don't know who the VA is. I can't think of. I've been listening to her for a while, but I'm struggling. She sounded a bit like Taiga, but I don't think it's her. I don't know. Hisui intervenes. Either unaware or unfazed by conversation, she deserves to calm her energy. That's not Mamiko Noto? What? No way. There's no... No! No, what? That is Mamiko Noto? Really? Huh? Normally I instantly recognize her. Like, she's one of the easier Japanese female VAs to recognize. Are you kidding me? Okay, so it was like crazy out of range. What? That wasn't a name I was even thinking of at all. I was considering some options, but that was not one of them. I have never heard her voice a character like this, ever. That's crazy to me. Okay, sure, dude. Wow. That's crazy. I can't hear it at all, bro. It's so different. I've heard her in so many roles. So many different roles, because she's been doing voice acting for like way over 20 years at this point. I've never heard her like this. It's crazy. Hey Zashu, how you doing? She's not happy to be interrupted. She puts a hand on her hip as she downs her sugar-filled tea in one breath.
I just came back from getting food, but why is her booba staring at me? I'm shy and bought to eat, but the booba staring at me is a feast already.
What the? It's going where? It's going where? Are you? What is this lady? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, man? She's unhinged. Oh, that's an expression too. Wow. She saunters over to the door to the hallway, laughing all the while. She turns to face me, her hand on the doorknob. Okay. That music was hectic as well. The intruder leaves the same way she arrived, humming to herself. An awkward silence pervades the parlor.
Na, Akiha.
Arach 先生については私もよくは知りません。お父様の遺言の関係で屋敷本館への出入りと手入れを一任されている方です。お父様は建築家として重宝をなさっていたとか。ご本人曰く建築業は副業だそうですが。
Yeah, imagine Scotty talking like that. What the hell? That's crazy. Akiha explains the situation curtly. She answered before I could even ask who the woman was. As if to say she doesn't want me asking any more questions.
失礼いたしますね。Akiha様、そろそろ登校のお時間。おや、何やら緊迫した雰囲気ですね。
Yeah, I wonder why.
ははん。朝から無理難題を言って、早速四季さんを怯えさせてしまったのですか？
あなたね、早速とは何ですか？早速とは。第一、私は理不尽な決まり事は口にしません。常識的な範囲でのお願いをするだけです。
Kohaku seems amused by Akiha's defense. New expression though, she's like... Kinda cutesy. It's only the second day, but I feel like I'm starting to understand their relationship.
それでは、私は学校に向かいます。兄さん、昨夜も言いましたが、門限は厳守するように。昨夜のニュースはご覧になっていますか？
なってないよ。携帯電話は誰かに取り上げられたからね。理不尽気味に。
そうですか。では明日から朝刊を居間に用意させます。早めに起床し、一日のニュースに目を通すといいでしょう。
There she goes again. My sarcasm is quickly hurled back into my face by her cold, pointed response.
ニュースによると、昨夜宗谷駅北口で不老者の遺体が発見されたそうです。栄養失調による凍死とも出血による衰弱死とも報道されています。
Body of a vagrant. Sure, dude.
真相はどうあれ、このところ繁華街の治安は良くないようです。そんな時に出歩いて、
Yeah, he would never get involved with everything.
遠野家の
This is, it's gonna be some other story. He's just gonna have a normal school life, just full slice of life, nothing ever happens.
学校が終わり次第、日が落ちる前に屋敷に戻ることを心がけてください。
Yes, ma'am. Akiha leaves the parlor after reminding me of my curfew. But if she wants me home before the sun sets, that means I'll have to be back by 6. Why even make my curfew 8 o'clock then? The clock in the parlor puts the time at 7:30 a.m. I can make it to school as long as I have 30 minutes to spare, but will Akiha arrive in time? I think I remember Asakemi Girls' Academy being pretty far away. Huh?
四季さん、四季さん、聞こえますか？そう、あなたです。秋葉様の容赦ない仕打ちに打ちひしがれ、絶望に膝を折っているあなたに話しかけています。
Whoa. What is she doing? Sitting behind the sofa, she gestures for me to come over to her.
聞こえていますけど、何ですか、琥珀さん。
違います。私は使用人であって使用人ではない曖昧な存在なので、これをあなたにお返しするのです。
She pulls out a cell phone from the sleeve of her kimono. Oh, MVP though, oh my. That's my phone that Akiha confiscated yesterday.
いいんですか？
The login streaks live on, yeah?
はい。でも秋葉様には内緒ですよ。見つからないように注意してくださいね。
Well.
あと、屋敷内で使うのもお控えください。まあ、電波の通りがあまり良くないので、使いたくても使えないとは思いますが。
琥珀さん。
At least someone in the Tono Manor is on my side. I take the phone and quickly slip it into the inner pocket of my uniform.
あとはこちらもどうぞ。正門の認証カードです。ブザーを押していただければ、私の方でロックを解除しますが、警備室まで行くのにどうしても時間がかかってしまいますので、ご面倒とは存じますが、お急ぎの時はこちらで正門の鍵を開けていただければ助かります。
A key card for the gate. The Tonos sure don't slouch when it comes to security.
それでは、私は秋葉様をお見送りしてきます。
Yeah, if you're looking for Armored Core, it's the second game today, yeah?
後のことは、翡翠ちゃんにお任せしますね。はい。いってらっしゃい、姉さん。
Kohaku hurries off after Akiha.
四季様のお時間はよろしいのですか？
ああ、ここから学校まで歩いても30分だからね。今7時半だろ。途中でちょっと走れば間に合うよ。でも気にかけてくれてありがとう、翡翠。
She nods, seemingly satisfied with my explanation.
それでは外までお見送りいたします。
ああ、うん、どうも。
Having a personal maid really is embarrassing. I rise from the sofa in response to Hisui's urging. Disregarding the intruder earlier, my first morning in the mansion after 7 years passed without much issue. You started Mahoyo the other day? Yo, that's a great VN though. I think you're gonna like it. It's great. Very nice. Have you read Tsukihime? Are you doing it in the other order? I read that one first. Hisui sees me out as I leave the mansion. Damn, look at that foliage though. Does Takeuchi do the backgrounds as well, or is that commissioned from some other artist or studio, etc.? I'm gonna guess he doesn't do them, but I don't know. Maybe he does. The Tono estate resits atop a hill on the outskirts of Soya, quite a distance from the station. Definitely not him, yeah. They're very detailed, so even if he's been an artist for a long time, he probably only focuses on characters, right, basically? So it's probably some kind of commissioned studio or something. And they just give like, maybe he's like giving art direction though. He's like, hey, this should look like this and this should be this, and you know, him and Nasu. Yoritsuki after Maha. Oh, you're doing it the same order I'm doing, yeah? Okay. That's pretty cool. I always meant to get to this one way sooner, but yeah, I didn't. But now I'm finally doing it, so yay. From the vast stretch of the forest in the area, it's easy to think that the manor was built simply to be an entrance to it. It only takes a little more than 30 minutes to pass the station and get to school from here. I should be able to make it in time for homeroom if I hurry a bit. I make my way down the long decline. It's my first time taking this route to school, since I always took the train when I was with the Arimas. It almost feels like I'm going to an entirely different school. I don't see many from Soya High in this area. 7:30 a.m. I seem to be the only one wearing a school uniform. Damn. It looks like Tokyo a bit, even though it's not. Oh wait, I guess it is Tokyo, right? Yeah, yeah. I guess ultimately it is meant to be Tokyo. Obviously it's not named that, but yeah. I think that's the stuff people were talking about last time. It definitely looks like Tokyo. Unlike the south exit yesterday, the north exit is crowded with commuters. Shout out to all the fake advertisements and all that. Enjoy music. Tony music. Yamakawa jewelry. All that stuff. Wow. Men in suits rush by on their way to work. The kind of sight that's entirely common. Also cattle beer. Hell yeah. America. You thought it said boobs on the billboard? Bro. I guess it's a bit similar, but okay, dude. Yeah, it's not Sony, it's Tony, dude. And Nissan is, yeah, it's the same logo as Nissan as well, but obviously copyright free. True. They appear unbothered by the recent happenings in the city. Or at least it's not enough to warrant changing their day-to-day schedule. Regardless, there's no obvious change to the town. I guess few would avoid getting out at night based on a bad feeling like Arihiko. I head to the residential district away from the station. Unlike before, the road here is packed with uniformed students. My phone tells me I have 5 minutes until the school gate closes. I quicken my pace, dashing down the asphalt path so I won't be late. Yeah, I've seen so many McDonald's parodies in various Japanese media varies because of how big McDonald's is there. It's crazy. Took me around 30 minutes, just like I told Hisui. I did have to run once or twice, so I should leave a bit before 7:30 if I want to have plenty of time. Arihiko isn't here today. I guess him coming yesterday really was a fluke. I walk over to my desk, greeting my classmates on the way. I check my phone for the few minutes I have until homeroom starts. I scan the morning news as well as both school forums, the official one created by behest of the younger teachers, and an anonymous board made by students. It's classic, they don't want teachers to read all their shit. There's nothing particularly interesting this morning. I look up and find the vast majority of other students are spending their time in a similar fashion. Apparently most teachers over 30 say we don't have any real friends. Ouch. A common misconception by the previous generations. All that's changed is how we define our friendships. We value our friends behind the monitor as much as those we talk to in person. Our class gets along just fine. If anything, it used to be difficult to make friends outside of your own class. But that's not the case anymore. It's easier than ever to find people you click with. Homeroom doesn't need to be like a family anymore, as long as people get along okay. Wow. The rapid growth of the internet has bridged any gap in knowledge caused by age. We might not share the same wealth of experience, but I'd say we're pretty even when it comes to day-to-day things. I don't know how this was phrased in the OG. I'm gonna guess this wasn't in the OG, because it wouldn't really be relevant around that time. Hello, Scarlett. How you doing? They say we have no passion, no dreams, no hope, but I don't think that's our fault. The world is smaller than it used to be. Even elementary schoolers know just how stalled our society has become. Which is why it's become difficult to have dreams in this day and age. That's what it means to share information. The larger our collective knowledge grows, the smaller the lives of the people who possess it seem to become. Awful weather finally got home. Ain't nice though. Now you're good, yay. People used to look beyond the horizon to learn. There's no need anymore. We don't need to go anywhere. People may be free, but they've lost all reason to venture outside their narrow world. Whether that be the classroom, school, or city, people feel trapped. Flashbang, ah! At least that's what people say, and that's just their personal opinion. I don't feel that sense of being trapped. I don't have any problems with our society or feel like we're stuck. The only thing I'm worried about is enjoying every day I have as much as I can. To start with, it's probably wrong for someone dreaming of the simple life to drone on about the complexities of society. I bet I'm full of misconceptions. The bell for homerooms rings while I'm lost in thought. Students who had been chatting away returned to their seats. I put away my phone and ready my mind for class. Thus begins my second day of school since returning home. It's been 3 minutes since homeroom began. A replacement for Miss Toyama has yet to arrive. Oh yeah, because supposedly their previous teacher fucking died. Oh my god, that's brutal, bro. Murmuring spread through the room. The class isn't far from crumbling into disorder. The students have completely lost focus. Everyone would prefer to goof off until first period if we're going to be forgotten about anyways. Just 1 more minute. We'll behave for 1 more minute. After that, we can do whatever we want. Just as we all make the unspoken agreement, the door rolls open. Oh, new teacher, new character perhaps? Maybe?
Hi! 皆さん静かに静かに
Hello?
ホームルームを始めますよ
Hey, yo. Hello. Ponytail. The classroom falls silent. Also beauty spot. I see it. Next to the lower lip. We stare at the complete stranger who just entered the room. She obviously isn't Japanese. In fact, she looks more like a college student than a teacher.
あれ何かしらこの空気皆さん揃ってカチンコチンになっちゃってるけど
It's a bit familiar too, but again, I'm not sure if I recognize it yet.
何私 したらバジ系女子？ああ、いけない。ちょっと例えがマイナーよね。
No snakes in hair are not gonna turn you all to stone. Really, Nasu? Really? You're gonna slide that in there? Not a fan of myths?
じゃないんだけど。
Okay, dude. You're just gonna slide that in there? I see how it is. Yep. I cringe. There's a line for you. I cringe. Still a pretty ancient reference. True. In more ways than one, actually. You know her, probably, yeah. The woman doesn't seem bothered by it. She stands behind the teacher's podium and gives an exaggerated cough.
はじめまして。富山先生が転任なされたので、その代行としてやってきた新任の藍染ノエルです。
Aizome Noel. So she has a Japanese family name, but like a non-Japanese given name?
1ヶ月だけのお付き合いになりますが、皆さんよろしくお願いします。
I don't know. I can't. She even talks normally here, so this is probably even an easier case than the Yamami Konoto one, which I still find baffling. But I can't think of anything from this.
担当学科は体育と英語。好きな食べ物はモンブラン。もらって嬉しいプレゼントは現金ないしウェブマネーで、 NG ワードはペットショップ。
Oh, is what Varese say what it is? Is this Abigail's voice actor? Is that what you're saying? That's crazy. Again, very different. No? Oh, never mind. Why did he say that then? That's Abigail's MP, right? She has a summer servant.
質問は随時受け付けますので、遠慮なくアタックしてください。
It's probably some not like a really popular one, is it? Oh, I zombies. Okay, I get it. Whoa. A thunderous crash breaks the silence. It is popular? Ah, shit. That wink, though. The sound originated from a male student who jumped up from his chair after seeing Ms. Noel wink. Was it he that jumped up or something else? Heyo! I have to admit it got me as well. Whoa, brother, whoa. Miss Noel isn't what I'd call an absolute stunner, but that only adds to her charm. I guess you could say it makes her more approachable. She's the kind of slightly older woman guys my age are really into. Her charm is hard to put into words, but there's something about her that I think tickles every high school guy's fancy.
質問です。ノエル先生はおいくつなんでしょうか。
Bro, you can't do that. That's not allowed.
それよりどこにお住まいなんでしょうか。休みの過ごし方とか趣味が知りたいです。
Wow.
つうか、好きな高校生のタイプは誰ですか。
My guy. That's not very subtle, is it? A wave of questions comes flooding from the boys. Stuff like this would usually be saved for the anonymous message boards, but after that wink, it seems the guys couldn't wait. The girls look at the boys like they're human trash, but this doesn't seem to bother them, now feverishly bombarding Miss Noel with questions.
トビウオみたいな反応ありがとう。
Fuck, I can't place his voice.
年齢はどうせ女子の皆さんが暴いちゃうだろうから言っちゃうと25歳。住まいは2駅隣の賃貸マンション。好きなタイプは大人の頭の文系男子。
Rip those guys.
趣味は日曜教会でお手伝いをしています。隣町の教会だから興味があったらお祈りに来てくれると先生嬉しいな。
Wow, she actually answered everything. Also, church, Monka? Not what is church as I see how it is. Wow. 25? Okay, wow. Shit, dude. Right up during Feb? What the hell? Is it like Murasaki's VA or something? I don't know, bro. I have no idea.
教会
It is?
シスターな
Wow,
の
that's
っ
crazy.
ていうか趣味でシスターやってるんですか
Well, who's her name again? I don't think I would have gotten this at all. I'm not that familiar with her. Oh, it's Aya no Kai? Oh, Kaya no Ai. Oh, I know the name. I think she does a lot of voice acting and even some singing, right? But I don't think I recognize. I'm pretty bad at voicing her, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can voice her. Anyway, wow, church. Yeah, there it is.
ええ、私の国じゃそう珍しいことじゃありません。ああ、まだまだボランティアレベルで悩める子羊の
I think I wanna say, at least the one I remember, the last time I heard her voice was I think that she voices Sylphie in Mushoku, right? Who sounds very different to this one. Because I know she sung one of the special endings to season 2, and I'm pretty sure that's because she voices Sylphie. So yeah, again, sounds very different to this character. Unless I'm talking out of my ass. I'm just thinking about that song, but I assume that means she also voices her because of that. I could be wrong. Voices Sylphie, yeah. Again, very different to this tone. This is more mature, more lively. Yeah, very different. Miss Doyle's surprising openness creates a stir among the male students. I bet it does. Oh, should I take another... Maybe I should take another thumbnail screenshot, by the way. This is a good one as well. Dude, I have so many options every time I upload an episode, I swear. Damn. Probably one of these new characters I should use. If I'm being honest, the word none has piqued my own interest. Whoa, I see. You have a taste, bro? Okay, okay. I mean, it's a fairly popular one, so sure, dude. The girls, on the other hand, are playing with their phones in silence. I casually check the anonymous student forums to see what they're saying. The boys are so gross. Do they actually think anyone beat into them? She's not even that pretty. I wish she'd do that. Oh, look at me. I'm French. Things somewhere else. She's like not even hiding how much she's loving this. About what I expected. More and more gossip is posted to the forum. Before long, the class has been bizarrely split along gender lines. The tribes are firmly divided into disgusting boys and nasty girls. A war of cliques right out of middle school. Reads 5 likes this screenshot. It's not even, dude, it's not even that many. I think I've taken 4 screenshots right now, which is still around the same pace as last time. Miss Noel smiles wanly. What does that even mean? As she watches the chaos unfold. Wanly? Wanly? What does that mean?
この子たち、頭の程度は大丈夫なのかしら?
Not something you'd expect to hear from a teacher. Unable to keep up with what's happening, I take a look around and meet eyes with Yumizuka. It looks like she feels the same as me. What is happening? The classroom is lively. What should have been a normal day now feels anything but. Well, that was an introduction. 2 lively introductions this episode. Nasu, Nasu, I see you. Morning classes have ended. The classroom feels even more restless than usual. Tensions have been simmering between the guys and the girls since 3rd period, Miss Noel's class. It seems that the girls have put Miss Noel in the teachers we don't like category. Wow, they're salty about it immediately. Alright. Oh, you too, man. I mean, to be honest, I'm mostly taking them because of potential thumbnails, so at least that's my reasoning, but you know, I guess anyone can take screenshots if they just wanna see stuff later. Sure. It's an adjective in a weak, pale, or languid manner. Now, what does languid mean? Okay, I understand what it means, though, based on the previous 2 definitions, but yeah, what the hell does languid now mean? In any case, it's lunch now. Most of the class is making their way to the cafeteria or the school store. The only ones left in the classroom are Yumizuka and her group of friends. Now, where should I get lunch? Oh, here we go. Choice time. Oh, my. Let's see, what do we have for options? I'm kind of hungry. Cafeteria, buy some bread in the classroom, go out in the hallway and think about it. I'll go to the cafeteria. I want something more than just bread. Maybe a nice like ramen or something. Or I don't know what they have. The cafeteria at my university, you could buy ramen, but not sure if they have like set meals or something. I'll have lunch in the cafeteria. Fortunately, I seem to be in pretty good health today. I think I'll treat myself to the fancy lunch special A. I normally wouldn't order it since it's a bit pricey, but I don't have to worry about money anymore. Damn, look at Mr. Rich Man over here. That is true, big man as well, yeah. As of yesterday, I'm bankrolled by the Tono Empire.
学食は毎日一番リッチなものにしたい。
Wow. If I were to make such a request to the head of the family, she would be sure to grant it with a smile.
そうですか。では、兄さんの外食費はすべて一月分の食券にしてお渡ししましょう。
Now he should ask her as well. And also, can I buy like 10 packs in FGO? She'll be like, yeah, sure, I got you covered. And then your phone explodes.
学校の食堂に問い合わせて、その月の献立を把握した上で、何を食べるのかを決めさせていただきますね。
Wow. Well, I guess I assume she's okay with this since it's, you know, improving his health and, you know, school life and whatnot, so sure. For some reason I feel a chill go up my spine, but I ignore it and head to the cafeteria. What was that? Oh, it's because he was thinking about that just now? Was that being sarcastic? I can't tell. Maybe it was. I have to enjoy the freedom of eating whatever I want while I still can. I guess that was just him imagining stuff, yeah. Okay. Food is done. Music though. School ends. I didn't have any dizziness or anemia. It was a good day today. It was a good day. Well, if you discount the emergence of a strange new virus rampaging through our classroom. The girls have taken to calling it Noel fever. Okay. Noelitis is another one. Not even lunch served to cool the tension between the afflicted boys and the girls side-eyeing them. It's looking like the battle will continue into tomorrow. The boys who managed to break the fever were showered with praise by the girls, but labeled idiots, traitors, and worse by their still feverish former brethren. Just another day at high school. Still, I don't understand why everyone is so obsessed with her. I mean, Akiha is way pretty... Oh. Oh. Did she telepathically detect my roasting or something?
あら、口から心臓でも吐き出しそうな顔なのね。何かいけないことでも考えていたのかしら？
いえ、そういうわけでは決して。
He would never.
それより何でしょうか、ノエル先生。
I swallow the guilt I feel from comparing her and Akiha and try my best to change the subject. And then... a smile flickers across her face like she's seen straight through me.
ノエル先生という響きはいいものね。先輩って呼ばれるよりずっといいわ。
I mean, of course you would call her sensei, right? That's standard etiquette.
日本にはまだ慣れていなくて不安だったけど、あなたみたいに純朴な子に先生って呼ばれるのは癖になるでしょ。
Lady, calm
愛国的
down.
でちょっとドキドキしちゃうもの。
I mean, saying that is immoral, but okay, dude, okay, calm down.
ノエル先生。
Hey, yo.
ちょっと近いんですけど。
Where's CL when you need her?
気にしないで。というか、
こういう時は鈍いふりをして黙っているものよ。
Hey yo. Dude, that got me voice cracking. What the hell?
ほら、ね。私の首筋、綺麗でしょ？
I don't know if it's nerves or the power of the setting sun. I hear her voice not from in front of me but behind me, like she's whispering directly to my ear. The thumping though. My guy's bricked.
そう警戒しないで。ただ指と指を重ねるだけ。
The hell? Is this actually happening? Or is this I can't tell. Is this actually happening? What the hell? What the fuck is happening?
そう。あなたに私を。
This can't be real. Something must be up at this point. Her breath nears, our legs entwine. She wraps her arms around my back like she doesn't want me escaping. Right in front of me. A woman's smooth, seductive neck.
ほら、心音だけでとろけてしまうでしょ？だから忘れて。あなたを忘れて。邪魔なものは全部取ってしまえばいいの。その建前も、そのメガネも。
Her fingers slither up to my glasses. Uh-oh. Nope. The moment she touches them, I jump away. My entire body revolts against the idea of seeing the lines.
なんて、新任記念の冗談でした。
Bro, did that actually happen? What? That's crazy. What do you mean a little tease? What do you mean? That's crazy. Dude, that's actually crazy that she does that. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? That's crazy. That actually happened? For real? Oh my god.
日本風に言うと、ちょっとしたスキンシップ？じゃなくて、名刺交換？
That's crazy, dude.
どっちにしても、まだまだ形だけの付き合いってことね、私たち。
That's crazy, dude.
冗談って、ノエル先生。
I don't think that's what you would call what just transpired. There's a limit to the kind of jokes you can crack as a teacher.
そもそも要は何なんですか？
俺
を探してたような口ぶりでしたけど。
おお、それはもういいの。ちょっと手伝ってもらいたいことがあっただけ。それももう終わったわ。
Huh? She's so weird. What the hell is happening, dude?
それじゃあ、さようならしきくん。富山先生みたいにならないよう気をつけて帰ってね。
Bro, why would you say that? This bitch is weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is not normal stuff you say. There's something wrong with her, clearly. Something is up. Okay, whatever, dude. Holy shit. Miss Noel leaves with a wave. Something about that last remark bothers me. Yeah, it probably should. What the fuck? She basically says try not to die. That's basically what she just said. Like, why would you say that? Alright. I asked, yeah, I'm like, why would you say that? Come on.
ノエル先生。
I call out to her, I can't help but ask.
富山先生みたいにってどんなです？
The music stops. Uh-oh. I ask a question that shouldn't be asked. Well, she said a thing that shouldn't be said, so it makes sense. Miss Noel, the substitute for Miss Toyama, softly places her index finger to her lips.
富山先生はね、昨日。
So she even knows what it means, and she still says it.
公園の外れで体の半分が焼け落ちていたんだって。
Jesus. She responds almost like she's singing. That's that? Jesus. She's got some gears missing or dialed or I don't even know, bro. I leave the school. The left side of my throat hurts a little, like something has scratched it. Also, yeah, what about burning? Burn? What? That's what? That's so weird. I don't have anything to do. Wow, another choice. Sheesh. I go straight home or quick detour. At this point, I have a feeling the teacher is gonna assault me if I take a detour, but I kind of want to see more. But I don't know. I feel like could this be like the first bad end? This could honestly be a bad end. Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll stop somewhere on the way home. It's not that I don't want to go back. It's just going to take a while until I'm comfortable there. I'll stop by either Ariko's place or the bookstore in the station. Either way, it should only take about an hour. I'll have plenty of time to get back before my curfew. Okay. Play some CS with the bro. Cutter? Nani? The nape of my neck is strangely warm. It feels swollen. Is it because you touched it? What the hell? Maybe that's why I don't remember where I'm going. Huh? Night covers the city like water from a leaky pipe. It's far more lively than this morning. The shining headlights of cars. The throngs of people that the station swallows up and spits out. The number of uniformed students has dropped drastically, and brightly clothed people now own the streets. I rise from the bench I was sitting on. It's time. I start towards the shopping district, though I have no reason to go there. And the vending machines. Graffitis. I slip into a side street away from the main avenue. It's more of an alley than a street. There's no one around. Completely silent. No sign of life. Nothing except the rustling from in there. Trash can or something? The light from the vending machines is blinding. A modern convenience at odds with this place. I hurry past the glaring brightness. I make for the darkness. Darkness befitting of the night. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, big man. The shadowy place is more confined and further from prying eyes. I place my hands on the rusted fence. If I can open this and go inside, I can...
ちょっと、そこの人。
Ayo? Is this the girl that was annoyed when they were talking on the train? Or someone else? Let's see. That voice was a bit fan. The voice stops me in my tracks. I come back to my senses in a daze. I don't understand. Why did I come here? And why was I trying to go in there? It is! Wow, I can't believe I recognized that. That's crazy. 100 and you want to buy something from the vending machine? Yeah, I don't know, it just sounded familiar, Mad Nug. It was the same tone and everything. I turn around and find a strange girl standing in front of the vending machines. Seems she wants to buy a drink but doesn't have any change. I'm not sure if it's the guilt I feel at losing myself or if I just can't bring myself to refuse, but I hand the girl 100 yen.
どうも、助かりました。
The girl pushes my money through the coin slot and presses a button. She picks up the can that is dispensed, then scrunches her face into a frown.
こんな時間に散歩とか、のんきですね。お家の人、待ってるんじゃないですか。
Any idea about over here? It also sounds familiar. Shocking. I check my phone. The clock informs me it's 7:40 without a hint of mercy. I only have 20 minutes until my curfew. In a panic, I make to dash out of the alleyway. When from behind...
待ってください。
Damn. The girl calls out to me again.
何？悪いけど急いで。
Dude, he's tripping. He's going crazy, schizo. The girl tosses the canned drink to me. Surprised I catch it. Didn't she buy this for herself, though?
それ、あげます。
なんで？
どれも飲めない味でした。
Damn, it's so familiar. The girl voices her displeasure and walks past me briskly.
いや、呆れてる場合じゃない。
I rush away as well. What kind of human being breaks his curfew on the first day? I've got to get back now or else Akiha will rip me a new one. This is so weird, whatever is happening. It's so weird. So weird.
ただいま。
I open and close the door as quietly as possible and sneak into the lobby. I make sure my greeting isn't too loud or too quiet. It's 1 minute before 8. Give up on her VA? I'm thinking it's one of the main two characters in Apocalypse Touring. I forgot her name though. It's who voices the quiet girl. Maybe. Fuck. What's her name though? I don't remember. It might be her. Yeah, who voices Airi. Yeah. I don't remember who the VA is. It might be. It sounds similar to her. That's what my brain is thinking. It could be recency, but it might not even be her, but that's what my brain was thinking. My mad dash from the station narrowly got me home on time, but I feel like I'm going to throw up. That hill is a killer. I totally forgot that my downhill path to school means I have to climb uphill to get back home. Rina Hidaka? Yeah, I know the name, but is that also Airi's VA? Like, I've heard of that name. But I'm not very familiar with her, though. No, not the same one. Okay. Just sounds similar, then.
お疲れとは存じますが、お部屋に戻る前に執務室においでください。秋葉様からお話があるとのことです。
Uh-oh, spanking time.
執務室ですか。
I should have guessed that being called out to the office meant Akiha wasn't happy with me.
寄り道をするのは金銭に余裕があるからでしょう。
No, she's gonna take the monies. Oh no.
今回の罰として兄さんの月々の交友費を
Wow.
2割ほど減らすことにします。
That's rough, buddy. My punishment doled out to me the moment I entered the office without any chance to explain myself. I guess I didn't realize I would be getting money each month from my sister, and now it's already been slashed. I'm gonna sneeze. That was a big one. Okay. Okay. I hope you're happy, old man. Akiha is even stricter than you were.
でもそれはないだろう。俺は門限は守ったんだぞ。まあ日が暮れる前にってのは守れなかったけど。
あら、それは意外でした。私と約束を交わした自覚はあったんですね。
いやー、それがつい忘れてたみたいで。
兄
She's
さん、
not happy.
私も言い忘れていました。
Hey, yo.
罰の追加として今夜の夕食は抜きとし
Oh, hell no. She's a tyrant. If she's this angry when I actually make my curfew, I don't know whether I'll survive if I actually miss it. He's gonna starve to death, bad end. I trudged back across the lobby on my way to my room. Despite my protests, I wasn't able to convince her to let me have dinner. Though she did agree to only decrease my allowance by 10%. A singular but important victory as an older brother.
四季さん、四季さん。
Yo, is she gonna hook me up again? Free food?
琥珀さん。
Kohaku calls out to me before I arrive at my room. Hidden in the corner of the hallway, she seems to have reverted to her conspirator mode from this morning.
もう ダメですよ。今日ぐらいはちゃんと帰ってこないと。いくらなんでも1日目なら言うことを聞いてくれるだろうって、もうありえないぐらい早めに帰ってきてたんですから。
Well, he was talking about that earlier, not case that his curfew is 8 p.m., but for this day he said, at least for this day, he said he would be back before the sun sets, which is around 6 p.m., and he was after that, but before the curfew. So he said he would be back, so he wasn't, and yeah. That's why he was saying earlier that why even have a curfew in the first place then if you're gonna have to get back before that regardless. So yeah, it's weird.
帰ってきてたって誰がですか？
そんなの決まって。いえ、なんでもございません。
うん。
それはともかくとして、夕食の時は使用人として見過ごせません。
Hookup time, let's go.
ですので、お部屋の方に軽食をご用意しておきました。
Oh my god, what an MVP. First the phone, now this?
おにぎりとお味噌汁という簡単なもの
I mean,
で
that
すが。
sounds perfect, dude. What a thoughtful housekeeper. It was the same with my phone this morning. She's being so nice to me, even though it might get her in trouble with Akiha.
でもいいんですか？俺はすごく助かりますけど。
はい。四季さんの健康に関わることですもの。
So I realize we can maybe even finish day 2 today still. Seems like we're pretty much at the end of the
これは翡
day.
翠ちゃんも同意していますから。
Wow.
秋葉様に使って
Speed
も
run.
二人で謝れば許していただき
But
ま
it's,
すが。
it's probably as I guess like day 1. It might not be the longest day. Probably isn't. But it probably is one of the longer days at least. Because there's so much like prologue and introductions and stuff.
そうか、あの子も。
Despite how stoic she looks, she's pretty thoughtful. I guess she took pity on me having to go without dinner, though she didn't show it.
四季さん、あの子じゃないのです。翡翠ちゃんです。
Damn, she's mad he doesn't refer to her sister with the name.
ああ、うん、分かってる。でも、まだうまく話せないから、気軽に名前で呼ぶのは
Damn, cold
申し
missed
訳
all
ない
the
気がして
gooner stuff. Unfortunate.
いいえ、それはいけません。ひどいお話です。翡翠ちゃんはああ見えてとっても優しいんですから。四季さんもどうかこれからは気軽に家族と思って翡翠ちゃんと呼んであげてくださいな。
Kohaku looks straight at me. Maybe I have been a little unfair to Hisui. She's looking out for me just like Kohaku is. I should give her a break.
わかりました。これからは何があっても翡翠ちゃん。あ、いや、ちゃん付けはさすがに恥ずかしいんで、翡翠の名前を呼びます。
はい、それは大変ようございます。
Kohaku bids me a good evening and returns to the first floor. In my heart, I give thanks to my guardian angel, the nightingale of the Tono mansion, and return to my room. Wow. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, I see you. Onigiri, huh? No doubt they're delicious if she made them. Yummy. Nightingale!
いいお湯だった。
After I scarfed down Kohaku's onigiri, Hisui came to tell me the bath was available. And by the time I return to my room, it's 9 p.m. It's a little too early to sleep. All I have to read is textbooks, and I'm not feeling particularly tired. If I have time to kill anyway, I'll... Ooh. Let's see, we have a choice. Go to the parlor and talk with Akiha, stop by Kohaku's room, relax here. Dude, I'm gonna go, Zay. I'm gonna go meet my savior, of course. Hell yeah, dude. I'll try stopping by Kohaku's room. On my way to the bathroom earlier, I think I figured out roughly where her room might be. I make for the end of the hallway on the first floor of the west wing. The kitchen should be down the end of this hall opposite the lobby. And from what I understand, Kohaku's room is just in front of the kitchen.
琥珀さんの部屋はここかな。
I knock lightly on the door.
琥珀さん、います。
ちょっと待ってくださいね。
A cheerful voice comes from inside the room. After a couple of minutes, her face appears from behind the door. Couple of minutes? What took her so long? What?
あれ、
Oh, a
四季
tire
さんじゃないです
change.
か。
Wow, look at that.
どうしたんです？こんな時間に。
Black.
いえ、実はテレビを見せてもらおうかなって。
TV time.
はい。
ああ、ですね。この家ってテレビがないでしょ。今まで普通の家で暮らしてきた俺にしてみると、寝る前にのんびりテレビを見るのが日課だったりするわけで、見ないと落ち着かないというか。
The more I talk, the more I realize how stupid I sound. What kind of person tries to get into a girl's room by asking to watch TV? Even she can't hide her disgust at my... or maybe not?
言われてみればその通りです。四季さんは今まで有馬のお家で暮らしていたんですもの。いきなりこの屋敷の空気は重かったでしょ？
Feels like New Year's attire? Yeah, it looks very formal.
ですね。このこと秋葉様と翡翠ちゃんに話しちゃいました？
Uh-oh.
このことって琥珀さんの部屋に行くってこと？
She nods.
いえ、誰にも話していませんよ。
Oh.
大変結構です。
Or good.
もしお話しされていたら四季さんを追い返さないといけないところでした
Hell
から。
yeah. Let's get it. She offers me a smile, then glances up and down the hallway.
幸いあたりに人影なし。
Damn, look at that devious look on her face.
さあさあ、見つかると大変ですから上がってくださいな。
She grips my arm.
うわ
Whoa. Those old drawers or something? What the hell? The view that greets me inside is not at all what I was expecting. Half of the room is floored with tatami, with a cabinet placed flush against the inner wall. Japanese architecture through and through. The other half of the room is Western style, though simple. It looks more like a school infirmary than a room you'd expect to find in a giant mansion like this.
適当なところに座ってください。私、お茶を入れてきますから。
She leaves the room. Wow. I clear my throat and take a seat on the sofa in the Japanese half of the room. Her room looks more like a meticulously organized office than the room of a young woman. The cabinet in the back is filled with little drawers. They're so small, whatever they contain must easily fit in my hand.
あのタンスってもしかし
It's
て
the gate of Babylon of drawers. One of those cabinets used to store medicine? It must be. The local doctor I visited when I was with the Arimas had a similar one in his house. Wait, could that mean she has a medical license? No, that's just not possible. She's way too young for something like that. I look away and spy the TV remote resting on a floor cushion. I wonder if she was watching something earlier. Apothecary Diaries vibes? Yeah, I can see that, true. Very old school like that.
お待たせしました、四季さん。ソチャですが、どうぞ。
あ、どうもお構いなく。
いえいえ、こちらこそ気の利いたおもてなしはできそうになくて。
She smiles as she sets out the green tea and Mizuyokan sweets to go with it.
テレビでしたね。
It's such a tiny little screen as well.
四季さんはこの時間何を見ているんですか？
特に決まってないけど、基本的にはニュースかな。
そうなんですか。四季さんは落ち着いていますから、食後は読書をなさるのかななんて思っていたんですけど。
Clueless?
残念ながらそんな殊勝な心がけはないんです。よく勤勉な学生と見られがちなんですけど、根はぐうたらで。 メガネのおかげで真面目そうに見えるんでしょ。
Wow, I see how it is. Class is equal smart. Well, it clearly applies in my case, so true.
あ、そうでした。四季さんったらメガネをかけていらしたんですもの。実は昨日お出迎えした
Like
時に
more Kohaku history. Someone asked the same question earlier, but yeah, Kohaku for sure. Especially, and that was even before she hooked him up. And now I like her even more because of that. So it's not, I feel like it's pretty one-sided at this point.
それはどうして？
だって明葉様は四季さんがメガネをかけているなんて一度もおっしゃりませんでしたから。てっきり明葉様に似た涼しげかつ鋭い目をしたお方が来るんだって身構えておりました。
Are newspapers still a thing in Japan or no? Are newspapers a thing in every country of the world? What? Huh? She smiles as if to say she had nothing to worry about. Huh? Now that she mentions it, I never saw Akiha ever after I got my glasses. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that question. Like, Japan of all countries would surely still have them because they're old school, but I feel like every country ever still has newspapers, even if they are modern.
けどこのメガネは伊達メガネなんですよ。目は悪いといえば悪いんだけど、視力は平均よりいい方だし。
It's mostly for old people that don't, like reading stuff online or can't do that. But, it's still a thing, of course.
そんなことはありません。私だって本よりテレビの方が楽しいですもの。
Has the game mentioned what year it is? I wanna say no.
四季さんが思った通りの元気な方で嬉しいです。
そうですか。それはどうも。
Find myself trying to look anywhere else. I like that Franken definitely didn't get the hint. It was like, oh, he was just asking if the game has mentioned it, and then we were like, no, and then he's like, yeah, oh, it's this. Let's make sure I mention it before the game mentions it. Alright, classic. But yeah, try not to talk about stuff that hasn't been talked about in the game if possible. It's not that big of a spoiler, I guess, but again, it's just a slippery slope to leading to maybe some accidental bigger problems. But yeah, we're just wondering if it's been mentioned. The carefree smile that she beams my way sets my heart racing for some reason.
あ、ごめんなさい。ニュースを見に来られたのにおしゃべりをしてしまって。
Are you saying the game never mentions it? Well, in that case, maybe it's okay to say, I guess. She switches the TV on. Yo, what's good? Images flash onto the monitor. It's a little past 9:30. Late enough that the news has shifted from lighter topics to more serious ones.
ありゃ、また通り魔殺人ですか。
Whoa, whoa. They're running a piece about the murders. While the slashing started in a neighboring ward, the most recent ones have all been here in Soya. The piece covers just the basics. Based on Louisiana jiggling once the music comes on. I have no idea what that even means. You tell me. They describe the crime. Young women walking late at night are taken indiscriminately, killed, and finally have their blood drained from them. There are already 8 victims, and the police are being criticized for their consistent failure to turn up any leads. The media doesn't report anything else in detail. They skip over any commonalities between the victims or exactly how they died, simply stating that their blood had been drained. Probably trying to prevent any copycats from appearing.
怖い話ですね。おまわりさんは何をしているんでしょう。
突発的な犯行なんで犯人の動機が絞れないとか。深夜の通り魔的な犯行なら見つかりさえしなければ後を追えません。動機、理由がない以上犯人は探せないわけですし。
単に襲われてしまった方たちの運が悪い。 いえ、目撃者の出ない犯人の運がいいとおっしゃるのですか？
うん、まあ
I would assume this is close to the end of day
2
2,
週間
Moon,
近く
no?
犯人が見つからないのはおかしいでしょ。
どうでしょう。しっかりとした準備があるのなら、それはおかしな話ではなくなると思いますよ。想像でしかありませんが、殺人というものは数を重ねれば重ねるほど証拠を残してしまうもので
In
す。
theory, I guess.
行方不明者が8人いるというのなら証拠は積み上がりませんが、遺体が8人分も発見されているの
You
な
think
ら
so?
十分な状況証拠は揃っていてしかるべきです。なのに犯人が捕まらないのは、捕まらないだけの理由を犯人が作っているからと推測できます。
Hmm. That was unexpected. In my all I can manage is a quick, that makes sense. Regardless of whether her speculation is right or not, I didn't expect her to be the type to think so hard about things like this.
しかしそうなると犯人は突発的な通り魔じゃなくて、
But I assume, again, there's probably not a ton left of day 2. This would be normally right around the time where we would switch to game 2, which is Armored Core, but maybe we can finish day 2 still. And then do the opposite next week.
仮にそいつが通り魔のふりをして計画的にことを進めているんなら、殺された人たちは無関係に見えて、やっぱりつながりがあるとか。
ないんじゃないでしょうか。そんなつながりがあったら、それこそ2人目ぐらいで警察の皆さんも気がつくでしょうし。
True.
結局のところ、これは陰徳性に関しては超人的レベルの用意周到さなのに、目的性に関しては極めて
It's
薄い
kind of like a Gundam
理
game.
解
I
不能
mean,
の事
yeah,
件ですね。
they are mecha games, so. She says all this with a smile on her face. Looks like she's not too concerned.
琥珀さん、これってこの町で起きてる事件なんですよ。
Like 10 minutes left.
琥珀さんだって若い女
We
の
can
子
probably
なん
do
だ
that.
から。
I would go like
少しは
15 minutes at
怖い
most,
って思わないんですか？
so that's probably fine.
嫌ですね。大丈夫ですよ。通り魔さんは深夜に出現するだけですから、夜は外に出なければ会うこともありません。
Looks like she has actually thought this through. This all just seems too gruesome to think rationally like that, but maybe that's just how most people treat news they see on TV. Interesting visit.
お
Menacing.
邪魔しました。また見たくなったらやってきますから、その時はよろしくお願いします。
ぜひお待ちしておりますね。
Persona moment plus 1 social link rank to Kohaku. Easy. Spend time with her in the evening. I'm so persona brained. She glances up and down the hallway again.
このままお部屋までお見送りしたいのは山々ですが、四季さんのお部屋には翡翠ちゃんが待ってますから、ここで失礼させていただきます。
はい。それじゃあ、おやすみなさい。
I had no idea that the mansion had a 10 p.m. bedtime. In addition to the 8 o'clock curfew for coming home, there seems to be an unspoken rule that prevents people from leaving their rooms after 10.
まったく。親父がいなくなっても、堅苦しいのは変わらないんだな。
Though I suppose that makes sense. The Tono family has functioned like this for hundreds of years, despite any technological advances or shifting trends. I don't expect anything to change just because Akiha has taken over.
むしろよくしてくれてる方だよな。少なくとも親戚筋をよそにやってくれたんだから。
Everything here is so different, it has me exhausted. I'll head back to my room for tonight. Probably a spoiler question to ask, Spicy, not gonna lie, but... It's 10 o'clock. The lights in the room go out automatically. Apparently things are set up so that all lights in the bed should go out when it hits 10, aside from those in the office. Manually flipping the switch should turn a room's lights back on again, but that's intended for emergencies only. They'd probably catch me if I tried to use my room's nightstand lights. God damn it, of course Ryan's gonna answer it. Fucking hell. Dude, let's not ask questions like that, please. Just, okay, this time go, because people, yeah, whatever. But try not, it's more fun when I don't know how much I've gone through and how much there's left, you know? Because then you're like, oh, now I can expect the end is soon. Or like, oh, we're basically just doing the prologue or something, so. Let's try not, like, it's all like, it's fine. We're gonna play all of it. There's no need to know how much there is left. If it takes a year, it takes a year. If it takes a month, it takes a month. Yeah, if you want to know yourself, you can open up VNDB. There are completion times in that game. If you want to know how long the game is or whatever. But I'd rather not know personally, you know? Because it's just more fun when everything is like, you have no idea when stuff is going to end, start, whatever, you know? It's the blinder, the better. So, please, if possible. Okay. I'm not allowed to go outside my room after 10 either.
こっそりスタンドライトでも買ってくるとか
They have little foldable ones about the size of a cell phone these days. It's just way too early for lights out. Any way you slice it.
ま、必要はないか。基本、夜は寝るものだし。試験期間の時なら、就寝時間も伸ばしてもらえるだろう。
I change into the clean pajamas, sit aside from me and crawl into bed. Here's a nightlight. 50-50. I have one. Lately I've been using it, but on the dimmest possible setting, so that it barely lights up my room. But a lot of times I also just don't have any lights on and everything is kind of almost pitch dark. So it depends. But lately I've been having it on like on the dimmest setting. Because I sometimes when I have nightmares I just leave it on. And then for, you know, after that for like a week or two I still keep it like that. And if I get rid of nightmares I probably go back to pitch black again. That's how I do it. Ever since I was injured in that accident, part of me has resisted lying down like this. I used to hate letting my body get comfortable, and even more so if it meant sleeping in a soft bed. So I get dark when I have oh yeah, when I have migraines it's pitch dark. Everything goes out. Everything. I make it darker than even when I sleep. Like, doors closed, no lights of whatever. I turn the blinds on, and I even pull my curtains on top of the blinds because they seep a little light through them, so it becomes basically pitch dark. And I mute my phone fully so I hear nothing. From what I hear, it caused a lot of trouble for Keiko when I first stayed with the Arimas. I always slept like a rock, but I hated going to sleep.
よし、寝るか。
I announce it to myself even though it should go without saying. I take off my glasses and close my eyes. I only had trouble sleeping when I was a child. Now, once I close my eyes, I can fall asleep just as well as... Oh. Did it happen just like that? Classic. Whoa. Is that a siren? What was that? Oh no, it's a doggo. Some kind of wolf? Dog? A strange cry washes over my ears like a wave. Weird. The howl of an animal. Sounds too high to be a dog. It rings in my eardrums. Is it howling at the moon? There's a gnawing pit in my stomach. The howling brings on a headache. The sound doesn't stop. It's like a bullet rattling around the inside of my skull. Yeah. Someone summon Lobo back.
もう、やかましい。
I throw on my glasses and open my eyes. The dog is still howling somewhere outside the window. The clock has just struck 11. How am I supposed to sleep like this?
くそ。なんなんだよ、この鳴き声。
Sounds like it's coming from outside the mansion. I seriously doubt I can fall asleep like this.
仕方がないか。犬がうるさいなんて、警察に電話しても取り合ってもらえないだろうし。
I get up from bed and change into my school uniform. The others must be having trouble sleeping too. I'm the only man in the mansion, so I should go see what's happening. I head outside. The night is eerily still, like it's been frozen in place. The moon is hidden by clouds. Even the light from the lamppost is perfectly constant, like splotches of fallen paint on a canvas. It's getting fainter though. Strangely enough, the howling seems weaker now that I'm outside. Or is it fading away? Doesn't matter. The nagging pain it's causing isn't in my ears, but my brain and eyes. Hearing it sets my heart pumping and my whole body on edge. A feeling I can't control at all. Each step feels heavy. I've lost some feeling in the tips of my fingers. Then I realize something. I can see my breath. A pale white against the cold. It's quiet outside the estate, like someone hit the pause button. My shadow is the only thing moving in this motionless world. I feel thirsty for some reason. The high walls bordering the estate stretch alongside the darkened road. I warm my numbing fingers with my breath, walking towards where I suspect the dogs have gathered. Well. All thought ceases under the distant streetlight. Is something I've never seen before. Something no one should ever see. An incomprehensible sight. A dog, half melted. What is that? Is that a spear? A long blade pointed downward? What is that? A howl dissolving with the dog. What is that? A blade stabbing down. What is that? A roar that makes me question my sanity, bro. You gotta go. Or maybe a sudden gale. It's gone. As the wave threatening to rupture my eardrums disappears, so does the howling and the dog along with it. Like they never existed in the first place. Dissolved into nothingness without a trace. Is this an illusion? What I'm seeing is a hallucination. That or a dream. Is this an illusion? A strange figure stands under the light, cut out from the darkness. Is it wearing a coat? The silhouette in the thick coat doesn't seem to have noticed me standing here yet. My throat grows dry. My whole body is sweating. The night air sticks to my skin. Despite just standing here, I feel a pressure like I'm at the bottom of the ocean. The fuck? A language from a far-off land enters my ears. I'm so dizzy it feels like I could pass out. I'm narrowly able to muster some strength in my legs and prevent myself from falling. Then... Don't jump scare me. All I see is an ordinary empty public road. Oh, I was expecting a jump scare. You should recognize the VA. I'm pretty sure that's Tsuda Kenjiro, but... that's, yeah, it sounded like him at least. That's kind of crazy. At least he's one of those voices that you always recognize. Like he has a bit of range, but it's always super easy to voice him. Okay. I gasp as my lungs hungrily suck in oxygen. I hadn't noticed, but it seems like I hadn't been properly breathing ever since I left the main gate. There's no howling to be heard anymore. I leave behind the terrible vision I've seen. Well, that was a normal night, what the hell? I returned to my room. It didn't seem like the others are still awake. I guess I was the only one bothered by the howling. It's strange. My head is still pounding. My fingers are quivering. My whole body shivers. My spine is freezing. If I were to compare it to something, it's like my spinal cord has been torn out and replaced with a pillar of ice. Nausea hits me like a sack of bricks. Lego bricks. Is this my usual anemia? It feels like the contents of my head are being dumped out onto the floor. I see something I don't want to see on the way down. Even with my glasses on, I can see the lines. Bile rises in my throat as my eyes recoil from the sight. The result of trying to avoid seeing them these past 7 years. My mind can't take this. I feel sick. The dizziness from my anemia has my stomach trying to escape through my throat. I don't understand. As long as my eyes are open, the scribbles continue to invade my senses. I somehow make it to my bed. Yes, I should just go to sleep. That's the quickest way to deny the reality in front of me. My body won't move how I want it to. So I'll stay like this, like a corpse. So I'll just sleep, like a puppet with its strings cut. Wow, and that's day 2. Wow, okay, wow. There you go, impulse inversion, huh? Alright. Hey, for once we actually do hit a good checkpoint here since I did a small overtime for this sesh, but yeah. There you go. There you go. That's gonna be it for this session. Part 3 is done. Oh man, we reached day 3 ever so barely. Pretty interesting sesh. Yeah, not bad. That was a bit spooky, not gonna lie. Very spooky. I was kind of expecting some kind of a jump scare almost, but yeah. Spook was real. But yeah, cool. New characters, new events, new happenings, new everything. So yeah, that'll do it for part 3. So if you're watching this on YouTube as well, hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the playthrough. There's probably not going to be a ton of people again watching this. There was already a noticeable drop from part 1 to part 2, which I knew was going to be the case. Part 1 is always the one that maybe gets a bit of recognition, and then everything after that is going to be like... But hey, for you guys that are still watching this series and continue to do so, thank you, and subscribe for more, because again, this will most likely be very weekly. At most there will be like a 1 week gap here and there when it gets super busy, but it should be pretty weekly, so expect more relatively soon. And hey, shout out to my patrons on the screen right now, and otherwise have a great weekend up ahead if I upload this on Friday. If not, have a great weekend if this is on the weekend. And otherwise, yeah, see ya in part 4. Can't wait. Bye.